Everyone, welcome back to Shay Seeking. And I don't know. There's something that just came to my mind about child endangerment. Okay, so it just so happens that again, this is Shay Seeking or Shalonda, and welcome back. Something is funny here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start with this because something made me think about this today. So I ordered a deck of like oracle cards, right, from on Etsy from a feminine energy. Now that I'm looking at this woman's, I'm not gonna put her address up here on Etsy. On this website or anything, or on YouTube. But I don't know. There's something familiar about her energy in the name. I think her name is like Kira or something like that. Okay, Kiera or something like this. Okay, and so I ordered this scoop. Okay, I think that's what it's called, the scoop or something like that. Deck of cards, right? And so, and you know what? And then I was thinking, matter of fact, because it's one of them girls that I just ran into their page about 3 days ago that was speaking. And I told y'all it seemed like maybe somebody, when I was away from the house, it seemed like somebody was trying to, make me scared or something like that. And on top of this deck right here, we got fear in reverse. While I was going out of the house, this is why I know there's got to be people that's close by, or we're dealing with different type of beings here. Okay, we're either dealing with different type of beings where, again, that's why I said we talk about things that are seen and unseen here. Okay, what is this? Oh, these kind of match. I don't know. I have this thing now, y'all. Okay, it's this fetish that's happening here lately that I've been wanting to mix up every single deck of cards that I got. I don't know why. I've been wanting to mix up all these decks. I'm like, oh, is this the same size? Yeah, let's mix it up. So, okay, well, that's not the same size, but these are exactly. So, so that's one thing. All right. So, because again, let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. All right, that I'm what I would call a seer. That's just what we're going to say on a wide range. I don't like the term, psychic or medium as much. We're going to say a seer. That's just somebody that sees things that other people may not see. So again, what I've been doing on this platform or whatever is, basically just telling a story. These are, real things that I experienced, actually in the physical and then, spiritual sense. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's some form of a gift. So I get offended when I hear society or even family members that know that people have these gifts, try to use it as a way to try to scapegoat them. I feel like we're at the point of exile in the Trail of Tears. But I feel like when that was confirmation for me that the Trail of Tears for me is not going to go the way that somebody think it may go. It's actually probably going to backfire on them. Because the Trail of Tears, let's talk about what it might look like in 2021. It may be looking like mass claims, right, about now some of these may be accurate, right, but this might be an extensive amount of claims towards women that are gifted, okay, or women that have been kind of like isolated or whatever by society or the community or their family, that might have children that may be gifted as well, okay. And there may be earthly fathers, governors, other higher up beings, the fathers of these children, because there is that population explosion that's happening on the earth is also talking about the mixture of these different type of beings, okay, or creatures as well. Some that are being created really pretty much at this time, okay, that are also expanding on this plane right now. A lot of these people, we don't know where they came from. They could have came from fucking Mars. We would not know, okay? Hundreds of thousands of people, allegedly and supposedly, okay? So, I don't know why I was thinking about that, like child endangerment. 'Cause I was like, I wonder if this person is like a really popular person. I mean, I think the cards that she may be popular within the community. I know some of these women have been working together to try to slander me or secretly record me or, do these disgusting things or whatever that they're doing. There's no privacy. I mean, I feel like there's other groups that were recording in a sense, possibly even, using my material, but I think it was for a positive note. They were trying to, I don't know, it was something about, trying to possibly get word out or something, like I just feel like there at some point in time, okay, and possibly still there's someone in the background that maybe, you know what I'm saying, watching out of concern, okay. It might have started off as just being something that somebody was doing to get back at somebody, so for some type of revenge. And then somebody may have started to notice things, and then it started to be like, wait a minute, right? And then so on and so forth, okay? I think that a lot of females in America, okay, have probably had their privacy breached or something of that matter, okay? Where there are, people that are hidden, with a hidden agenda, that have had access to, these women and these children, okay? So, okay, so I pulled up child endangerment just to see kind of like a general term of what it's talking about. Because I also think that this is some topsy-turvy, twisty thing that people are actually trying to do to get people to shut up about things, all right? So we have neglecting a child, any person who is responsible for the welfare. Now, this would crack me up because the source is telling me, or the energy is telling me, that these are fathers that are coming up with crafty ways that need an easy way out of a commitment or a relationship or a marriage, that may be getting remarried, you know what I'm saying, some kind of way illegally. They may be also, trying to get divorces illegally without one party being aware, so that they cannot fight for their right or their own, you know what I'm saying? So this will be even somebody else fake that's not the person showing up in court and acting like someone, or these people actually, getting away with just paying off whoever, okay? So that paying off judges or stuff like this or whatever, so that these particular things could happen, okay? Their way, okay? I feel like this was something that was done when it comes to the instance of my D baby, all right? When we reported some type of abuse that happened to her when she went with her father, okay? But nobody had nothing to say. Nobody could help us. No, it made my daughter feel very helpless, right? They also still went ahead and tried to force this father into some type of like child support or whatever. Forced the name change and everything. And the father came one time, the baby came back bleeding and hurt, and he never came back again, okay? So this was the time, around the time, if you go back into those videos last year, sometime, maybe even 2 years ago, when I told you guys something about the moon energy, and something about around that time is when I found out that she was maybe spying on me, okay? And that I felt like something had something to do with that, and that whole energy with New York and that mayor there, okay? Or that person there. We're going to just try to be on a little bit more layman's terms, because remember, they were having all those things about the cases about that man, okay? We're just going to try to be as general as possible here, okay? Because I know these motherfuckers is getting mad now. They getting mad. They like, oh, this bitch got to shut up, okay? So let's go ahead and just, All right, so it's saying here, any person who is responsible for the welfare of a child and who, due to inaction or failure to act, contribute to neglect of a child, can be charged with child endangerment, okay? So I feel like this is somebody real petty that's trying to project some kind of energy here. Now, I guess it depends on what somebody's, idea of endangerment would be, okay? So we're going to just start way at the top, okay? We're going to, okay, so again, I was wondering if somebody could have leaked, if this person could have noticed my name, because I do say my name in my videos, and leaked, because I'm still waiting about 3 or 4 weeks for my cards. But again, there's been a lot of some more strange activity again around the house, but again, we haven't received the cards yet, okay? So, so I'm just saying, I know that there's a large group of people that are working together behind the scenes, okay? So I believe in one of these videos that I was hearing this woman, she was talking about somebody, what they got in their house, and it seems like she was like acting as though she was picking up people's clothes and sniffing, it's just like some weird shit or something like that was going on, okay? Now, I was at the park with my D baby and my daughter, but like I said, somebody had stolen my keys, so I had no choice but to leave my door. I had no choice but to leave my door unlocked, but I do have a lock on my garage, right? So, um, so I came, like I said, that had haunted me for a couple of days or whatever, but like I said, I checked my daughter, and that it didn't look like anything was out of place or anything. But I was kind of upset because when I called her dad, I'm like, this happened, this happened, this happened, when I went down there, and he kind of like deflected by like joking around, like some stupid random question, like, oh yeah, did you find those cookies? That was something, it was like some stupid thing or something. And I'm like, why would you say something stupid like that when I just told you what just happened here? Because I feel like there is something that's telling me that, again, some of the way that these gangs or whatever, or these people that may be coming in through the border, I'm telling y'all, okay, that ain't got no fingerprints, nothing like this, okay? So they may be operating, this is kind of like guerrilla warfare, low key, in the beginning, okay? So, something was like the ancestors had been on me before, because I like to use like the same cup. I'll rinse it out and use it again, okay? And so I had noticed that there was like some kind of substance or whatever at the bottom of my wine glass, right? Let's mind you guys. Okay, you can't just go around. Now, this is the energy here. At one point in time within this past 2 years, I felt like these people were trying to make some kind of claim about my mental health. I don't know what happened to stop that abruptly, but they just stopped talking about it, okay? So it's hard to be a mother that someone is also trying to make it hard for you to produce finances on your own, to be able to make moves all the time, right? Somebody knows that. The enemies knows that. The people that's watching, the government knows that. These people that's watching. Now, these are the same entities that may be also offering money to enemies for helping them, or to turn a blind eye to certain things like this, with people getting certain benefits, to because they are helping with torturing people or harassing people or stalking people or gang stalking or whatever. That's why it's called gang stalking, because it's a lot of people. All right. So again, like I told you about that glass, something actually, there was actually some energy that came in and said the wine glass. But on top of that, source was like, look at it closer. Like something in me was like, look at this closer. And it was like some little white powdery stuff, at the bottom of the glass or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, no, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just wondering, like, sometimes when I fall asleep, it's just shit like that be, but you don't want to be coming off as paranoid, because I don't have no fear in my heart, and I'm not paranoid at all. I'm just somebody that sees things. I pay look, as soon as I'm saying that, guess what just came in my hand? Detective. Okay? So again, you can't just go, and then we have martyr, okay? So you can't just go around just, making claims like this, because you might then set these people off with thinking that's you. Do you see what I'm saying? You're helping the case. So this is a lot of people working together, right? Okay. Now let me tell you why they may be working together. They may be working together because some of these family members have stolen trust and funds and things like this from you. They've signed your name on the dotted lines. This is what it's talking about in the book of Enoch, okay? And they don't want to get in trouble for it. They're tired of you running your mouth about it. They know you don't have money to get nobody right on the case for you, right? But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, they are working together as one unit, okay? So this may be people that never have picked up the phone to call each other in the whole 30 years that you've been in a relationship with somebody. But all of a sudden you're finding out that your mother is talking to your mother-in-law. You don't even talk to the mother-in-law anymore. But you find out the mother is talking to the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law and father-in-law are calling your father. And this shit is just insane, because everybody's making such a big deal out of something that's nothing. And a lot of these conversations are happening in secret, a lot of secret meetings, secret conversations and things like this, right? Okay. Because I feel like this is a mass something that's going to be going on here. Okay. We got child, divine, bully, knight, and judge. And we have virgin and scribe. Let me show you how it's sitting here. Okay. So the main agenda is these family members trying to slander and defame these people. Look at this, networker and thief. I don't even know how we can make no shit like this up, okay? So they're working hard. They're working hard behind the scenes to try to make sure that they're on top, to make sure they look good. Now, again, some of these people and these family members are not no good parents or anything on their damn own. You see what I'm saying? All right? But they'll try to take somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's with a good heart, or somebody that's, doing the best they can. And I feel like this has to do with, these royal heirs, okay? People want to take in these children because they know at one point in time, these children are going to be gifted some type of financial something here. Right? So I feel like, again, these are attachments to some of these earthly fathers, okay, governors, or people that have conservatorships or some kind of guardianship over individuals. And I feel like that's what that ship in that card in the last video was actually talking about, a struggle or a fight here, okay, on the shore, right? Okay, so it's almost like birthing a nation in, like, on the docks, right? Okay, because you pull up to the doctor when you're about to birth, you know, um, when you're about to give birth, and ships pull up to docks when they're gonna birth. You see what I'm saying? All right. So also it's something to do with a manifest here. Okay. Or manifesting. So it made me think about, these are the particular people that might be also bringing these cases to you, or trying to bring you up on these charges. But again, these are people that know about these, also about these funds or these financial gains, that these people have a lot of money now, right? They have more money than you, because again, some of them have signed off on shit that belong to you. Okay. And so what they're doing is, um, trying to hurry up. The devil know they only got a short time. Okay, at this point in time here, things are being pointed out. People are getting unruly. They getting their plowshares and shit together and turned into these hooks or whatever. Okay, so I feel like these people could be lying, making false claims. These people could be making false claims of infidelity about you. Some of them could be whatever they're gonna be. But I'm just saying, I feel like this is what's happening on a general scale. Okay, everybody's situation could be different. The main thing is to shut someone up, to make sure that they are scapegoated and kicked out, and make sure that nobody ever knows, or they don't have any kind of benefits or friends or associates or any kind of, people to assist them or help them or anything like this, right? And they'll say that you can go to one of these places or something, or a facility or a shelter or something like this, even though I don't know of anything specific, right? Okay, my gifts are insinuating that some things are going on, right? But that's not nothing that you could take into the court of law. You have to try to catch someone, okay? I keep on hearing to catch a killer, to catch a killer, because they're also trying to kill. These are people that might have recording devices and may be coming in and trying to do something to defile your children. They could be trying to contact them online under friends. I'm hearing that they're using like a small child to lure the child in on some type of platform or something like this. And then after a while, when they're texting these people, it's actually somebody else that they're texting and not the child, okay? They're grooming children that way. All right. So again, so what this is telling me right here is that anybody could try to make some kind of claim or a file claim. Anybody that might want to get their hands on your children, or just don't want you to be able to be with your children no more, can state one of these claims, right? And take you in, and then try to blackmail you or lure you or lull you to shut up, by starting to make these to start to bring up these questions. So again, like I said, these parents never call my children ever in their life, have they been. And now all of a sudden, at least when it comes to my mom, she calls and she just wants to, I guess they don't talk to me much about it, right? But I guess some of these things might be somebody asking something like, um, you know, a lot of people are asking about my granddaughter. She's my D baby. She's 2 and she doesn't talk clearly yet. She's trying to let little words out or whatever. But I'm guessing that they're trying to use this. Okay, we got a King of Cups out here. Okay. I guess they're trying to use this as something, as to say that this is neglect or child endangerment, because she's calling saying, oh, time is ticking, you know, the child, this and that. And, they know I'm going to talk about it on my platform. But like I said, I'm just giving like a little bit of a even, this is my just in case. All I'm doing here is just in case, because I know that it's my head that they want, right? Eventually, right? Or this might even be, someone who may be using different type of measures to get somebody's attention, when all they really have to do, and again, I just shuffled again, we got the King of Cups again. And something is going on here, okay? This could also be, like I said, because we're talking about mental abuse and spiritual abuse and 5G, messaging and stuff like this, right? So this could also be somebody trying to project fear on you, okay? Or to get you to say something that might, lead you to have to answer to something here. So we have the number 9, is that flow? Okay. So that's why I'm just doing a little general thing and adding in little things here, okay? Little examples or whatever, because I like to talk about, what's going on with me. But then again, if you start talking about, like, so we're going to switch in a second where this is just a general read or a general view, okay? Like I said, okay? So if I say this particular situation, this may be personal, but again, after that, anything could be talking about anybody or anything, okay? Just saying. So again, I feel like this is somebody trying to, and at least, and in fact, these people, if okay, some of these things that they're doing, right, and presenting to these courts or whatever they're doing, if they can't really bring it forward to you, because it would have to explain how these people have to explain how did they get this information, how they know this, especially in this situation where they're trying to blind and bind someone. Okay, this may be like, but we did get the 2 of Swords in reverse. So I don't know, but again, why they're trying to blind and bind someone, okay? Like I said, I look at that as as a sense of child endangerment. So these are the very people that are sending in these attacks that are then claiming that the parents are neglectful or probably endangering the child that is there. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get my drift? This is how ass backwards. This is why I can't even see what America has allowed themselves to be turned into. It's almost like it's so scary, because it's almost like a way to say that there's no such thing as America in a minute. Okay, the way that things seem to be operating. Again, this could be past, present, and or future. Okay. So somebody can make me these claims and things, and again, depending on who they are in society, they could possibly have some type of cameras or something placed into your home. But again, you're not supposed to know about this, right? Okay, because then you'll ask, well, how did this and why did this and who gave you the right to, and why don't I know that I'm on that list? You see what I'm saying? Okay. What else do I want to talk about? Okay. So yeah, this is what happened. So, I'm guessing there's questions now swarming around about the child. Now, let me remind you, it took my daughter, one of my daughters, one of my twins, it took her until she was 2.5. No, she was 1.5. She was about 18 months or so, 19 months possibly even. They said that she probably would never walk, all these things like this, right? And it was after an antidote or, a shot, okay? That she had, her legs had something, because she was kind of tiny or whatever. So her legs ended up getting messed up, right? Where she would tighten up and stiffen up her legs. Like it was something, a lump came in her leg, and it was just problems with her feet and her legs or whatever, okay, at that point. And so, so this is the reason why, again, some of my children have had bad reactions to vaccines over time, right? So, oh my goodness. Okay. And so they said this, they sent the therapist in there. The lady came over a couple times, nothing really changed or anything, but she just started to walk on her own. Same thing with speech. It took her a little bit longer to speak, and she is actually an amazing artist today. You see what I'm saying? See, this is the thing where people get steered incorrectly when it comes to education and things like that. Like that leads to intelligence. I cannot stand when people get that confused, okay? Now, my oldest, she just was on her feet about a lot of things, but, and then one of the other twins, but then my youngest, excuse me, same thing. She was probably about 24 months when she learned how to walk, but there's nothing wrong with her today. And she's also an amazing artist. Maybe like learning how to draw like immaculately, okay, like comic book immaculately within just a couple of weeks here, okay? And she's what you would call homeschool, okay? Freestyle, all right? She's also learning how to, German and all these other things here, right? And I feel like this is somewhat downloads from the gods, but I also think that this is letting me know also that there may be something to do with some kind of people trying to mount their energy or something to this child, okay? secretly, okay? And I feel like this is to cause some type of division between this child and their mother. You know, it's almost like this energy of a feminine god on this earth, and people abusing her and trying to lasso her and trying to control her and restrain her and, you know, do all these underhanded things, knowing that it's about the true sheer beauty, and it's about the people getting to know that gooey center, or getting to know those parts of her. Or again, some people don't like when order is being brought to the court, so you know, they're trying to put these restraints and stuff on you, which you don't need, but obviously these people need it, and they don't like that. Okay, and so it's always like it's love and war. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so we have ignorance here in reverse. Okay, so again, it's like somebody's starting to come up out of being ignorant about a situation, okay? And then we have strength here, so there is some sense of manipulation here, okay? This could be also people trying to apply pressure, okay? You know, I would like to be in a good mood, but like, unfortunately, again, if you're in a detective energy, or you're somebody to have that mindset, you're, you know, it's not that you're not a happy person. It's just that the type of things that you have to focus on a day-to-day basis. Now, these people, some other people might be able to see behind the scenes. I think that there are some people with this crystal vision, okay? And they're able to see actual visuals, like, you know, it's like in their mind or something like this, right? But like I told y'all, that my gifts don't work exactly like that unless source wants to show me something very specifically. And it's usually in a dream or something like this. So everybody's concerned about this child. Now, one time has any of these people picked up the phone to call this child? They have never picked up the phone to babysit this child. They have not, you know, when they come around, they don't have that much time for or patience for the child. They don't call the mother or talk to the mother. But all of a sudden, the sister, I'm doing a live. Okay, bring her. Can you bring her and put her in the bed? Please, because I'm doing a live and I just want to finish this. Just give her a cup and put her in the thing. Okay, where's dad? Okay, just give me 5 minutes. So, what was I gonna say? Okay, so yeah. It's seemingly that I think my oldest is about to move back in. And it's so funny because I feel like this pressure of me to be moving out or being pushed out is so weird. Because remember, y'all, we dealing with energy and entities here, okay? We're dealing with energies and entities here on this plane right now, okay? Something like a phenomenon, all right? So, like I said, it made me think about this, right? So these people, I guess, going to do things when they want to. Now, we did ask this judge when they came to this paternity and whatever this was with this child. We did ask the judge to just, can we have visitation for the first couple of months, because she's never seen this person but one time in her life, and she screamed at the top of her lungs when this happened. But they said, oh, well, what do you think, you know, this and that or whatever. We were just like, okay, she's only used to really being, you know, around us, or you know, just like family, you know, especially again at this time, this when COVID was on the rise. Okay. So we were even wondering why they were trying to force this so fast right now, anyways. Okay. So anyway, they were very rude with her and told her no. Okay. Even this father had been, you know, charged with strangling somebody and all kind of shit. Okay. They said because he didn't do it to the child, it didn't matter. So this is already, can you see what I'm saying about this breadcrumbing when it comes to, so this would let me know right there with these particular groups in the courts and stuff, really think about your child and the relationship between you and your child. And really, so it's really about control, not really care. When it comes to this, if you really think, you know, law can be cold. Legalese can be a real cold motherfucker. I'll tell you that. Okay? It can be a real cold motherfucker. I'm telling you, because most time the people don't even know what is being said. Okay, so we have creation here. Okay, but I feel like again this kind of creation is reversed. This might be making reference to whatever these people are trying to scheme up with is not going to work here. All right, you know, there's a different way to do this. right? It's almost like a lot of people that don't even have nothing to do with your life. They only on the outside looking in. They never even probably been in your house. If they have been, it's only for been a small time, or they've never even been around the child, but for like 30 hours total in their whole life. And they trying to do these things. And I know exactly why they're trying to do these things. They're trying, especially even when it comes to the mental illness of women, because some of us are very clear with what we see. Some of us are Gnostic. Some of us know certain things. And again, these people are afraid of what might come out here. All right, so we have the magician right here in the deck. All right, just like I feel like there's been some kind of secret union that has happened at a courthouse or something, or something else in that likeness or in that manner here. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Okay, now we have the devil in reverse here. Okay, because now it seems like God is starting to rule things in the heavens a little bit now. Okay, so maybe it's something that had to come with some kind of strength or something, some kind of strengthening here. Okay. So we have the Five of Wands here, which is usually my war in heaven, right? Or battling here. I feel like nobody is battling for somebody anymore because they're afraid of their gifts, okay? But so now they want to penalize or vilify them, okay? Or maybe these people just can't win and they just giving up or backing up, okay? Or maybe that's what they want you to do, okay? So it made me think about child endangerment as to the fact of like a Rand Paul or somebody like a governor or something like that, that will be aware that these things are being like chips maybe putting in people so that people can be tracking devices or something, or like buy some of these crafts or something that might be, because now, they're saying within the, in some of these governing forces are saying that they have seen weird things and they want to know more about this, but this could be also a ploy or a plea to kind of get somebody to talk about something so that they can then actually take a fall for it, okay? Or some assessment or something here, okay? Which again, we don't need that over here, okay? So those are the things that I'm seeing that may be going on behind the scenes, excuse me. But I think it's very shady. I think it's very disgusting actually too. You know? And people say you need family, you need this. At this day, at this time, what sources telling me is you don't need no damn body. And it's almost like I said, one of these masculines said this a long time ago, or I felt this or sensed this heavily, right? Um, Something about trust no one, okay? And I feel like that was the original energy in the beginning of this awakening here. This may have been even a grandfather or a strong presence of an ancestor or something, an elder that may be about to cross over into another, path or something, okay? Pathway or something here, all right? Because what I'm hearing is that some people don't die, they multiply, okay? No matter what you thought you saw, sometimes that's just what it is, okay? So we have 42, which is some type of interference here, okay? And then we have the Fool here in reverse, okay? So I think maybe somebody may not take a leap of faith. Maybe a leap of faith was really just a setup for somebody, okay? But maybe not for others, okay? For me, it wouldn't matter. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, okay? If it was a setup or it was something else, because I really just need to know. I need to know some things, right? Because somebody gets a kick out of somebody not knowing things, okay? And not wanting to venture on this road here, okay? The Three of Wands. And I think that somebody also may just be bad at communication with someone else, okay? And so, again, it's always like some kind of arguing or some kind of something because people are missing the mark with each other. I feel like because it has something to do with those antidotes, all right? This is when, again, brother will go against brother, sister against sister, and these type of things in the biblical text. The community, the Messiah not being welcome in their own homeland, okay? Martin Luther King, placing his, sending his people into a burning building, those type of things here. Okay, so there's something heavy when it comes to citizenship here or nationality and these particular types of things. So what I was saying is this also applying to people that might have been illegally changed into the status of a child, okay? Possibly. Now, some people might have done this in the past to conceal something, okay, or to help someone or to protect someone. But then there's also situations where